All right, this is another print, and first thing I want to show is this right here is the first layer. This is the first layer to be laid down. It's the filament is being laid on the bed as the first layer. So everything will depend on that. So if the first layer isn't smooth and flat and no cracks, no lines, no bullshit, then most likely your print will continue. Okay, this is a non-sticky bed. This is not a sticky bed at all. Okay, it's a non-heated bed. You can see right there, set point, let's see if we can focus it, is 0. Well, you can't really focus. Let's do a better deal here. Okay, well, anyway, 0. Okay, so it's a non-heated bed. It's a non-sticky bed. So adhesion relies heavily on the heat of the filament. Okay, how hot the filament is at the time it's being put down on the first layer. Okay, because anything after that, the heat from the nozzle sticks to the layer below. So it's sort of a physics. Physics takes over, and filament tends to stick to anything when it's hot. Okay, so as long as the filament is at the proper temperature, okay, for this filament, it will stick to everything it encounters. Okay, so since this is the first layer, smooth right here, okay, then the first layer is the base of the rest of the print. So basically this is a flat surface, all right, side to side, front to back, corner to corner. It's flat, so it doesn't need the electronic gizmo here to compensate for any highs or lows, because it's a flat mirror. It has no highs or lows to be accounted for. So you don't need the gizmo, you don't need the gadget here, all right? Just once you have it all in place and you tram the bed properly with a piece of paper, you know, not the gizmo here, all right, then you're golden. Everything goes from that point on, all right? The process has started. This is the hot end right here. This is the print head that's taking filament from over there through here, through the plastic extruder as intended. All right, this has been on the printer for 6.5 years. You don't need a metal extruder because you have nothing but problems with them. All right, the white Bowden tube, you don't need the blue one because you have nothing but problems with it. It's a smaller inside diameter, so it increases friction of the flow here of the filament because of the diameter. Okay, keep the white Bowden tube. It's a great delivery system. Keep the plastic extruder and the stepper motor over there. Keep all the weight off of the print head. So you don't need direct drive. It does nothing to get the filament to the base. All right. So once the filament has gotten here, it gets into the hot end, into the nozzle, and then after that, its physics takes over. Okay. So if all you want to do is print, and print every day, print all the time, then keep it simple, keeps it printing. That's as easy as that. All right, the springs are stock. They're not yellow ones. They're not chunks of rubber. They're stock springs that came with this printer. Okay, if they're used properly, they work. There is no choice. Once this printer is assembled at factory standards, the same design the factory came up with, you're good. You don't need to reinvent the printer by adding a bunch of crap around here. You know, you don't need the direct drive. You don't need the yellow springs. You don't need the red extruder. You don't need the blue Bowden tube. You don't need any of that. This is printing right now. It's proof in the doing. I'm printing at this moment, like this. All right, so happy printing. All right. E-steps are still at 93. Now, technically, it doesn't matter how fast this goes. It's not a contest. You know, I'm not racing to get this done faster for any reason, because I have something else to do. I have other things to do I can do while this printer is doing its job. I don't have to babysit it. I can walk away, go find something else to do, and then come back, and it's done. It's as simple as that. Okay. Happy printing.